welcome or welcome back to The Books Are Everywhere. Today I am here with my September TBR, which is going to be chosen for me by the Magical Readathon. If you don't know, the Magical Readathon is a readathon hosted throughout the months of April and September, I believe, and it's hosted by G over at Book Roast. I love this readathon. I have been taking part in this readathon for many years in its different forms, and I enjoy it so much. It's the only readathon I think I take part in now, unless Becca does a bookopoly. I tend to just do Magical Readathon and I really enjoy doing it. It's so much fun. I did take part in April, so I do have a character and stuff, but to be honest I don't keep up with that side of things as much as I should at all, and I just kind of go into every different semester with like a different idea in my head of what I want to achieve. Like, I stick to my careers and stuff, but I don't necessarily, like, I haven't kept track of my character over like the course of however many years I've been doing this. But anyway, I did, as I said, I did look back on my video from April and I looked at what my character was studying then, and it all came flooding back to me. So obviously we have done this TBR based on that characters, that careers, like full semester exams. So the idea of Magical Readathon is that we're all moving through a magical school in a world and we're trying to like study exams to achieve a different career, like achieve a career of our choosing. They are magical kind of careers, which I really like. G has put so much work into this and I just know that I will not do it justice explaining it on here, so I will link a video of G's down below, so you can go and watch that if you are interested in the readathon, because I know that she will introduce it and like explain it in a much better way than I ever could. But yeah, I did go back and look at my video from April and my character was a lexicographer, and I believe I achieved, oh no, a lexomancer, I always made that mistake in April as well, a lexomancer. But I think I studied all, like passed all of my exams in April, so I'm just going to go into this one as if it's all fine. I'm pretty sure I did. And I have picked out all of the prompts that I need to achieve throughout the month of September. There is quite a few. I think I need to read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books, so for me that will be like the majority of what I read in September, because I have been averaging around 9 books in the past kind of few months, so that will be like a big chunk of what I read. So I really want to make sure that I can actually achieve what I want to in the month of September. So without further ado, we will get started. I don't really have an idea of like what I want to read in the month of September. I have just bought through all of my proofs, which is obviously like my immediate TBR and what I would like to read if I get a choice. So I'm hoping that I will be able to fit a lot of those prompts, those books into certain prompts, so we'll see how that goes because I've not decided anything before starting to film this video. The first prompt, so I have to get a Q in spells and incantations, a D in inscription and a Q in restoration. So for Q I need to read 2 books to pass that exam, and for a D I need to read 3 books to pass that exam. So for the Q in spells and incantations I need to do O and then Q. So O is charm, and the prompt is luck, roll a d6 dice, a dice with 6 sides, d6, and pick a book in that page bracket. So if it's 1 it'll be from 100 to 200, if it's 2 it'll be 200 to 300, and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna roll this. I don't have another camera with me right now, so I'm just gonna roll it and you'll have to trust me, or maybe I'll grab my phone, so I'll just do just from that point of view. 1 second. Here is my cardboard die. I only got 5. Oh my god, is that 500 to 600? Okay, I did not want it to be quite that high, but I do have a book that I've just reached for immediately that I definitely want to like fit into my next couple of reads anyway. So it all works out, and that is Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. This is a prequel to the Divine Rivals series duology, which I've only just read. Like, I'm literally at the end of, what is it called? this Divine Rivals, and I cannot remember what the second book is called at all. But I'm really enjoying it, and I'm literally about to finish the audiobook. I don't actually own the first two books, but yeah, I've been listening to them on audiobook and I really enjoyed them. Because I wasn't sure if I could go into this without reading the other two books. Like, I think I could. I think it's so much of a prequel. I think I would understand it without reading the two books in the series, but I have heard really good things about them anyway, and I have wanted to read them for a while, and I noticed they were on BookBeat, so I thought, why not, I'll just pick them up. But yeah, so this is the prequel to that series, and it's about the gods. So it's following the goddess Matilda, and she has humble messenger magic, so she carries letters and secrets through the realm, including one of her own, a mortal boy who only appears in her dreams. And then it's about the mortal boy. But yeah, I am looking forward to this. I feel like it's going to be interesting going into a different story. I'm a little hesitant with the god and historical aspect of this, because what I like about Divine Rivals is that it feels like it's almost set in present day, even though it definitely has a more historical feeling to it. They have modern day technology, so with this being so much of a prequel, like, I think it might be set like, actually I don't know. I presumed because of the gods that it'd be like set really far before Divine Rivals. Ruthless Mouths, that's what the other one's called. But actually there is gods and goddesses in their world like currently, so maybe it is just in the present day. I guess I'll find out anyway. I had that in my head that it was going to be like more historical leaning. But this is the proof copy, so thank you very much to Harper for this copy. This has 523 pages, so just clocking it in with the 500 to 600 page mark. Perfect for the first book on this TBR. Okay, the next prompt is released this year. I feel like that's a bit of a cop-out for me in terms of my TBR, because it just... Actually, one of them is not released until 2026, but everything else is released this year. It's not released yet. I presume that prompt is for something that's already been released, but I think we can count this. And I really would like to pick up Good Spirits by BK Borison. I've heard such good things about this, and I really enjoyed the Love Light Farms series. So I'm very excited for this one, and I feel like it's a little early to be reading a Christmas book, but it comes out in October and I would like to get to it before it comes out, because this is also a proof, also from HarperCollins, so thank you very much. This one just says on the back, Harriet York is sweeter than candy canes, or at least she tries to be. A people pleaser to her core, she always does what's expected of her, but what happens when fate offers her an unexpected future? Okay, the front actually gives like more of a description, so it's following Nolan, who haunts the people of Annapolis in his aimless existence as the ghost of Christmas past. And then it says about Harriet that we've just heard. Nolan is assigned the Sweeter Than Candy Canes antique shop owner for his holiday haunting. Neither of them have any idea why, and to escape one another, Harriet and Nolan must unravel the threads that bind them together by Christmas Eve. That sounds great. Very excited, and maybe it's not too soon to get into like Christmas books. Okay, the next prompt, we're getting into the inscription exam, and the first like level I need to pass is O, and it's prime number of letters in the title, which means the amount of letters has to be a prime number, so a prime number that divides. It can only be divided into one and itself, so 3, 5, 2 also would work. But we're looking for one of those numbers, so it's the amount of words in the title. I have no idea what I want to read for this. I'm just looking at my shelves, like I've been reading off my my proofs for so long. I've not had the chance to just come and like choose a random book off the shelf, so I have no idea what I want to pick. So I don't know. I'm just gonna have a little wander and have a little look. Okay, I've had a little perusal of my shelves and I've decided to go for Best Hex Ever by Nadia El-Fassi. I think I got this in an Afterlight box after Halloween last year, maybe even into this year, and I wanted to get to it, but I just knew that I probably wouldn't until autumn rolled around again, because it just feels... Oh no, it was October last year. So it was around the right time, but I think I probably didn't get my box until November and it felt a little bit too late, and maybe I was onto Christmas books by then. But yeah, I'm blaming Illumicrate and I shouldn't be, so ignore me. It did come in the October box. But anyway, this is I think it's a cozy romance set, partly in a bakery that one of our main characters runs, and it's set so Dina is a kitchen witch and cafe owner, and she serves magic infused pastries to her loyal customers, but she knows that she's destined to hurt anyone who falls for her. And Scott is a museum curator, recently back in London after a brutal breakup, and he is also the best man at his best friend's wedding, but his plans take an unexpected turn when he meets the bewitching maid of honour. So they have this weekend in the countryside, Halloween, and Dina obviously knows that there's this like hex, this spell between them, and she thinks that she's putting him in danger. I love the design of this book, it's so pretty, and I'm very excited to get to it, and I just feel like a cozy autumnal romance. Like, so far we're in very romance leaning TBR, but I'm not mad about it. Okay, the next prompt I will really have to look at my shelves for, and it's so it's a Q in inscription, and it's archiving vertical spine title, so that the spine needs to like read vertically down the spine. The title needs to read vertically down the spine of the book. And I've just been looking while I've been like filming, looking behind the camera at my shelves, and I've not seen anything that's like jumped out at me. There is one book that I've literally just received. Might actually have to go for it because I can't see anything else obvious, but I'm just going to have a quick look at my shelves in case I'm missing something. Okay, the book I really thought I was going to go for was Catabasis by R.F. Kuang, that's only arrived today, but it is also romance and it's also over 500 pages long, and I feel like that might be a little bit much for my TBR. I just spotted this at the last minute, so you can see what I mean by the like vertical title on the spine, but I did also just notice that it's slightly different because the words are like horizontal but it reads vertically, so I think this fits as well. I noticed that I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Harpman is also like that on the spine. It's a lot shorter. It's like under 200 pages, just 190 pages. I've heard really good things about this. I think it's a dystopian set in a world where 39 women live imprisoned in a cage underground. Heard great things. One of my colleagues read this recently and said she really enjoyed it. Just feel like I probably need to shake up this TBR a bit. I really wanted to add Catabasis, but that is a long book to have on top of the others as well. So I Who Have Never Known Men is the next one. The next prompt is a D in inscription, and it's animal taming, an animal on the cover, and I do also have an idea of what I want to add to this one. It is one that I already have a bookmark in and everything. It comes out in September, so it's about to come out, and it's Dinner at the Night Library by Hika Harada, and it's translated by Philip Gabriel, who is also the translator of the Travelling Cat Chronicles. I think this one's translated as well, by the way, by Roj Schwartz. But anyway, back to this one. This one is from Simon & Schuster, so thank you very much to Simon & Schuster for this copy. And it's a Japanese translated fiction book, and it's advertised as for fans of what you were looking for in the library, which I absolutely loved. It says the Night Library is no ordinary library. Within it I found the rarest and most unusual collections of the books of deceased famous writers, the books they wrote, the books that inspired them, and the books that they loved. It's a heartwarming literary mystery filled with quirky characters, Japanese culture, and mouth-watering meals. It asks why books matter and offers a cheer of encouragement to everybody who believes they do. Ultimately, it is a pain? I've not come across that word ever before. Paean. To reading and the relevance of books through the ages, past, present and future. And it also has a little cat on the cover, so that's where my the prompt comes in. It's such a pretty cover, I really love it, and I love that the cat's foiled as well. And this one is also, it's going to be a bit of a different one to add to the TBR. It's about 300 pages, and it's a translated fiction. I don't think it's going to be a romance. Okay, the next prompt is very broad, and it's a single POV. Again, I have no idea what to go for this particular prompt, so I think I'm just gonna have to like look around my shelves and pick something. pick something random. I have an idea actually of something I might want to include, so I'm going to see if that's a single POV. Okay, it's always hard to tell if something's a single POV just from a glance, but I think this is, and it's Wild as the Witch by Rachel Griffin, who is the author of The Nature of Witches. I've had this book for ages, probably years, and I've never read it. And I've always saved it for autumn, and I think I was going to read it last autumn and I never did. So the synopsis for this one says, after a night of magic turns deadly, Iris Grey vows to never let another person learn that she's a witch. It doesn't matter that the Witches' Council found her innocent or that her magic was once viewed as a marvel. That night on the lake changed everything. Now settled in Washington, Iris hides who she really is and vents her frustrations by writing curses she never intends to cast. And while she loves working at the wildlife refuge she runs with her mother, she loathes Pike Alder, the witch-hating, aspiring ornithologist who interns with them. When Pike makes a particularly hurtful comment, Iris concocts a cruel curse for him, but just as she's about to dispel it, an owl swoops down and steals the curse right before flying away from the refuge. The owl is a powerful amplifier, and if it dies, Iris's dark spell will be unleashed, not only on Pike, but on everyone in the region. Forced to work together, Iris and Pike trek through the wilderness in search of the bird that could cost Pike his life. But Pike doesn't know the truth, and as more dangers arise in the woods, Iris must decide how far she's willing to go to keep her secrets safe. And this is a YA. I'm going to presume it's going to turn into a romance. But I really liked The Nature of Witches, and I also really liked the audiobook, so if I can find the audiobook for this, that one would be really fun. I couldn't help but get this one because it has hidden art under the dust jacket which matches The Nature of Witches, and I love the designs for both of them. That's why I own it partly, but I also really enjoyed The Nature of Witches. Okay, last but not least, we have, so that was for restoration, and the other one for restoration is a random country generator. We had this one before and it was really interesting, so I need to do this times 5, which is what we did before. So generate 5 random countries basically, and then pick a book that is set in one of those countries or the author is from one of those countries. So let's do this 5 times. I'm screen recording this, so hopefully you'll be able to see it on the screen now. Let's go for the first one. Okay, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Let's go again. Switzerland. And again. Guinea. Estonia. I have a friend from Estonia, that is cool. And last but not least, Guatemala. There's some interesting ones for the Democratic Republic of Congo that's come up. Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad and The Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kinsolver. I'm not sure in what way I think they're both set in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, in some capacity. What have I not googled yet? Estonia, I don't think. I'm looking for one that I already own, which is proving quite hard at the moment. Oh, Heidi's from Switzerland. Oh, Frankenstein. Frankenstein could be a good one to read. So it's set partially in Geneva, which I didn't know actually. I feel like that could be a good one to read, like before Halloween as well. Okay, I think I'm sat on Frankenstein, which is interesting because I've been hesitant to read it for a while, but I really didn't like Dracula, and I know that they're completely two separate books, but I've heard really good things about Frankenstein, so do you feel like it'd be a good one to pick up? I don't own a copy of it, but I didn't own a copy of any of the books that I saw, and Frankenstein and Heidi were definitely the ones that kind of grabbed my attention a little bit more. So there we go. That is my TBR. So we have these books here and Heidi / Frankenstein, probably Frankenstein. So we had, I can't remember what the prompts were. Wild Reverence was the first one, that was for the die, roller dice, and I got 500, so that's over 500 pages. Then we had, was it Best Text Ever? Oh no, I think it was Good Spirits Next for released this year. Best Text Ever for the prime numbers. I Who Have Never Known Men for the vertical title on the spine. Dinner at the Night Library for the cat on the cover. Wild is the Witch for single POV. And the Random Country Generator, one of the countries was Switzerland, and we're going to read Frankenstein for that one. Anyway, I'm going to rush off now, so I actually need to go out, but thought I'd just quickly film this video before I went. So I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you check out the readathon because I absolutely love it, and you will hopefully hear all about these books in my September wrap-up. So if you're interested in my thoughts, then go and check that out when I get that one up at the end of the month.